quietest corners of the earth, where the echoes of the past weave through the fabric of time, there exists a road shrouded in mystery. This road is not just any path traveled by weary souls. It is the abandoned highway, a desolate stretch that whispers secrets of those who once journeyed along its cracked pavement. As dusk descends, the shadows stretch and twist, creating an atmosphere thick with unspoken stories. This is when the ghosts of the abandoned highway awaken, rising from the memories of a time long gone. They linger in the stillness, haunting the remnants of what was once a bustling artery of life. Imagine driving along this highway, the sun setting behind you, casting a warm glow that slowly fades into an inky darkness. The trees stand tall and silent, their silhouettes forming an eerie canopy overhead. Each mile you traverse sends a shiver down your spine, as if the very ground beneath you is alive with the spirits of those who traveled this way before. The abandoned highway tells tales of lost dreams and forgotten lives. Once upon a time, it was a lifeline for families, travelers, and adventurers. But as time marched on, economic shifts and changing landscapes turned this vital route into a relic of the past. The asphalt cracked, the signs faded, and the laughter of children playing along the roadside faded into silence. Among the stories that linger are those of the lost souls, travelers who never made it to their destination. There are accounts of mysterious disappearances where vehicles were found abandoned, their occupants vanished without a trace. Locals whisper of the restless spirits, forever trapped in a loop of their last moments, eternally seeking closure. One chilling tale involves a young couple who set out on a road trip filled with promises of adventure and love. Their car broke down on the highway, and as darkness fell, they ventured into the woods, seeking help. They were never seen again. Over the years, many have reported seeing a pair of lights flickering in the tree line, illuminating the path where the couple last walked. Some say they can hear laughter carried by the wind, a haunting reminder of joy turned tragic. The echoes of their laughter seem to blend with the whispers of the trees, creating a symphony of sorrow. Those who dare to explore the area at night describe an unsettling sensation, as if they are being watched. Shadows flit between the trees, and the air thickens with an overwhelming sense of dread. Yet the highway's spirits are not all sorrowful. Some stories speak of protective ghosts, guardians of the road who watch over travelers. An old man dressed in a faded jacket and a wide-brimmed hat is said to appear to those in distress. He offers directions or a comforting word, guiding lost souls back to safety. Many have reported that when they felt the weight of despair, this apparition appeared, leading them to find help when they thought all hope was lost. But the gentle specters do not erase the darkness that looms over the highway. There are reports of phantom vehicles, cars that speed past without a driver, leaving a chilling trail of cold air in their wake. Witnesses describe feeling an unnatural stillness as these spectral cars whiz by, their tires whispering against the asphalt, only to vanish as quickly as they appeared. The abandoned highway is often enveloped in fog, particularly on moonless nights. This thick mist seems to rise from the ground, curling like ghostly fingers around the weary traveler. Those who have ventured into the fog describe how it muffles sound, creating an otherworldly silence that amplifies the beating of their hearts. In this eerie stillness, it's easy to imagine the phantoms of the past wandering alongside. One particularly haunting account tells of a lone truck driver who found himself drawn to this highway one fateful night. He had heard the legends, but brushed them aside as mere stories meant to scare. As he drove, the fog rolled in, thick and suffocating. Suddenly, he saw a figure standing by the roadside, a woman in a white dress, her hair flowing like mist. She raised her hand, as if beckoning him to stop. Compelled by an unseen force, the driver pulled over. As he stepped out, the chill in the air deepened, and the woman vanished. Confused, he searched the area, but only found a rusted sign that read, "Abandoned Highway." Shaken, he returned to his truck, only to find that the woman was now seated in the passenger seat, her eyes hollow and filled with sorrow. In a panic, he sped away, the woman's chilling gaze boring into him. As the fog began to clear, he glanced into the rearview mirror, only to see the empty seat where she had been moments before. The memory of her presence haunted him long after he escaped, a reminder that some spirits are not meant to be disturbed. The highway has become a site of fascination for ghost hunters and thrill seekers alike. Many come armed with cameras and recording equipment, eager to capture evidence of the supernatural. They often report strange occurrences, unexplained noises, sudden drops in temperature, and eerie lights flickering in the distance. Some claim to have captured orbs floating through the air, their movements erratic and unpredictable. But it's not just the living who seek connection with the highway's ghosts. Urban explorers, drawn to the allure of decay, wander the remnants of the old roadside diners and gas stations. They document their findings, often speaking of the overwhelming sense of nostalgia that permeates the air. Yet, they also share stories of feeling a presence beside them, a cold breath on their neck, or the sensation of being watched. One explorer recounted a night spent in an abandoned diner, where the remnants of old menus and dusty booths lay forgotten. As they set up their equipment, they began to hear faint whispers, barely audible, but unmistakably human. As the night wore on, the whispers grew louder, morphing into a cacophony of voices, each vying to be heard. In the dim light, they saw shadows moving, flickering at the edges of their vision. When they turned to confront the source, nothing was there. This experience, they reported, left them shaken, a reminder that the past is never truly gone. It lingers, waiting to be acknowledged. For those who dare to walk this haunted stretch, the abandoned highway serves as a bridge between the living and the lost. The stories intertwine, weaving a tapestry of love, loss, and lingering spirits. Each ghost adds another layer to the haunting allure of the road, creating a narrative that draws people in, compelling them to listen and reflect. As we ponder the tales of the ghosts of the abandoned highway, it's essential to remember the lessons they impart. They remind us of the fragility of life, the importance of cherishing our journeys, and the connections we forge along the way. Every mile traveled holds a story, and every story is enriched by those who have walked before us. The next time you find yourself on a quiet road, perhaps you will pause to listen to the whispers of the past. You may feel a chill or catch a glimpse of something fleeting out of the corner of your eye. Embrace the mystery, for in the shadows, the stories linger, waiting for someone brave enough to uncover them. And as you venture forth, remember, the ghosts of the abandoned highway are not just remnants of the past. They are reminders that all roads lead somewhere, and every journey, no matter how haunting, is worth taking.